A la one.
Ahora tú. Do you remember the Jersey Shore dance move? That was like
Fist pumping.
face pumping.
When that was like the biggest dance move.
Honestly, I feel bad for your siblings and the other kids that didn't get to experience snooping.
I'm super like I constantly feel like sad for them because they just didn't experience a lot of stuff. Like just dance moves alone, fist pumping, shuffling,
Oh yeah,
gangnam
for sure.
style, Gangnam style, you're a jerk.
Okay,
Uh,
planking. I was who was I talking to about planking the other
planking.
day?
I loved planking. Like that's my type of
Me
humor.
too. Like I'm sorry, I will defend 2013, 2012 comedy
No, it was
till I
2011.
die.
2011 because I went on a debate trip with my school. We were like 5 people in the trip, but
Hmm.
within the 5 of us, it was me and two of my best friends, and we went to Philadelphia, and the thing was hosted in Villanova, but
Okay.
we went to Philly like for 1 2 days to get to know the city, and
Ew.
we planked all over
Everywhere.
Philly,
All
like
over Philly.
all the pictures. I planned like in front. We went to like a museum, and I think it was either Benjamin Franklin or something like a Lincoln style sitting statue. I planked in front of that
Bitch,
shit.
you better have photos. I want the photos.
All the pictures. It was. I think I didn't get the chance to plank on the rocky stairs, but we did some shit as well. Like we planked all over Philly. And we
Oh my
even
god.
came up with like owling as an owl slogan. Okay, so today
Okay,
we're talking about
Top Gun, but you know that because it's in the title. But
yes,
okay, I need to know something. Emily, how long? Because we're both Miles Teller stands.
yes we are.
How long have you been a Telly? Because that's how I call him.
Okay, so I don't remember exactly like what movie or whatever, but I do remember 2015. I I remember
Divergent.
I never watched Divergent.
It's not good. The first one is
Never watched it.
okay,
I
but
think you know what? Yesterday I was talking with Peter because we went to watch the new Top Gun yesterday, and we were like, how did he became famous? Because
oh my god, I am a
he was
Miles Teller
already,
historian.
he was already sort of famous when Whiplash came around, and I was telling
Kinda.
Peter
He
like
did a lot
every
of
single
indie
one,
films.
and I told him about the one with Shirley.
Shailene Woodley. Spectacular Now. One of my favorite movies ever made.
I think that's the first one I saw, but then Peter, being the like you are, then you Google everything.
Yeah.
As soon
I'm
as he
sorry.
got home, he texted me like, "Dude, Project X, this
Hmm.
guy," and I was like, "Yes!" I think that's the
He's on
first time
Project
I saw him.
X.
That's the first time I saw him, and but I wasn't like a stan. I was just like, "Okay, this dude is good looking, so cool." And then when I saw Spectacular, and I was like, "Okay, we love him."
Okay, but he's also on 21 and Over, which I love and nobody talks about. Do you remember 21 and Over? It's three college friends, and then there's this guy who's gonna take like he has an interview to like go to med school or something, and then his two best
I
friends.
think I never saw it,
Oh,
but
you would eat this shit up. You know who's in this cast?
I know that
Miles
what
Teller,
Peter
what Skylar
said.
Astin, our boy.
I love him.
We love him. We love. And honestly, Emily and I, Loki, have the same type. Like I've noticed.
We do.
She's
But we
more on the white adjacent side, but we are on the same spectrum.
because we have the best taste, like
We
non-negotiable.
do. We do have the best taste.
It's like not
Um,
debatable. But
listen, Miles Teller has been my guy since 2012, The Spectacular Now, and I never watched Footloose because I just think that he's on Footloose too. 'Cause of course he can sing and dance.
the
He's
new
also
one,
yeah. He's on like he's like a Tish. Do you know what Tish is? that's like the NYU arts shit. Like it's a big deal if you're a Tisch grad. Like
Mhm.
it's like he talented.
Yeah,
Anyway, he was on that movie, and I remember seeing his face and thinking that he cute, but like in a weird way because I like them medium ugly, and he's medium ugly. Like he's like in the middle.
I was telling Peter yesterday, like, okay, he's not your typical handsome, but he's
Oh,
got,
I love him.
something about like something unique. Like I don't like too perfect men.
He doesn't look like he's gonna make you feel insecure about your
Yeah,
face.
it's like I love how in Top Gun, both movies, the not the antagonist, but like Tom Cruise's rival,
Uh
and in
huh.
the new one, Miles Teller's rival. So in the first case, Iceman, and then
Yeah,
Hangman, they're both like textbook pretty,
handsome.
and,
Yeah, I
and that,
love. I
that's the type I don't like. I like
but
a little
okay,
rugged.
same. But I when it's Glenn Powell, I get because I love him.
Glenn.
Glenn Powell is the guy that plays the rival.
Oh my god, I
He's on
haven't.
so many. You have. He's on Set It Up, which is. Have you not seen Set It Up? Oh my god, Emily, you're gonna love Set It Up. It's like
Set it up.
Set It Up. It's like one of the best rom coms in the last 10 years. Like I have watched Set It Up so much, I'm embarrassed.
He appeared in Batman.
Yeah, like he's like he always plays the douchebag that you end up liking. Like that's the character he plays. Like the
I know I've seen him.
he was also in Scream Queens.
I never saw Scream Queens.
You never saw Scream Queens? That was a moment. That was a moment. He's been
No,
on a bunch of stuff. He's been like I like him as like I
set
feel
it
like I
up.
was gonna say I like him as a person. And like okay,
Wait, I did see Set It Up.
isn't it great? It's a fucking great movie.
But he had a different vibe. He didn't have like the hair like pulled back. He has a
I
hair.
know, I know, but he looks like an asshole in every single.
But
That's
in Set
his
It Up,
thing.
he's dorkier.
Yeah, and we do like dorks in this bitch. We talked about this on
We love
the.
dorks.
Where did
Oh,
we talk about loving dorks?
Otis. We love we love
Otis, we
dorks.
do. We love a good dork.
But
We love a good
like
dork.
that's why in Top Gun I was like, no,
See,
because you're too like
I just want to know, like, because I honestly was shocked that everybody was thirsting over Miles Teller the way they were, because I've been saying this for fucking years, and everybody
yes.
looked at me like I was psycho. And then randomly, fucking beach scene, and then everybody's like on my page. Like, okay, Miles, if you see this by any chance, I don't know if I should apologize, but I've been trying to gatekeep you for years. When you proposed to your wife, Calais, I was so mad I cried.
I remember that.
Do you remember how pissed off I was? That
Yes.
was because he had the audacity to also do it in a fucking safari trip, and there's giraffes in the background. Ask me what my favorite animal is, Emily. Ask me.
I'm asking you.
Giraffes. Giraffes are my favorite animal. And I was like, and then I got a little over it because he like disappeared, and then I was like, okay, fine. I like, and then I have never felt like the target audience more than when Miss Taylor Swift dropped I Bet You Think About Me, starring Miles Teller. And then I was like, wait, like it feels illegal how targeted that music video was to me. Like
Yeah.
it was for me. It's princess dresses, cake eating, Miles Teller. What? Like I was like, no, no way. Oh, Blake Lively directed it. Okay, no. Who hacked my brain?
Yeah.
That's
That's
fucked up. Tell me it's not. It's kind of fucked up.
it, it literally sounds like a lie.
Like it sounds like right. Like it sounds like a pipe dream I would have.
Like you're
And
making
then,
it up.
yeah, and then okay, so yeah, Top Gun. He looks stunning. He has a
Little
stash, and
snack.
I'm here for the stash. I think it's really funny that girls our age are really here for the stash, but the moms are like not here for the stash.
You know, my
Have you
parents,
noticed?
my dad, when I tell you that Top Gun is his favorite movie of all time,
Dude, Top Gun is so gay, but men love Top Gun.
he loves it because
No, men love that shit.
because jets and the army. My my dad went to military school, so I bet he feels really identified.
Scene.
I mean, he didn't drive any airplanes or whatever those
Oh
were,
my
but
god.
he's like Army, Tom Cruise,
I think it's
A
G5s. I think that's the name.
F-14, something like that.
I
But
am
so
talking mad shit.
so my dad has been obsessed with this movie. I mean, it's also, my parents, our parents are 80s babies,
Yeah.
so it's like
Yeah, comprensible. It's understandable.
why he's obsessed. So
I
it's
wonder.
funny because like okay, so you remember I don't know like what around what time, but there's always people on YouTube that make up trailers like High School Musical 4 and they gather like
Oh yeah,
different
yeah, 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 yeah.
footage from
I love that shit.
films
I
and
and
they
I
put up.
love when people do like random TV show as a horror movie or as a romantic
I've
comedy.
seen like fake Friends trailers, like Friends reunion, and they grab like different Jennifer Aniston movies, Matthew Perry movies, and they make
Yes.
up the trailer. I've seen fake Titanic 2 trailers. So I remember there was a Top Gun 2 fake trailer, and my
Okay.
dad showed it to me
He,
like
he thought it was real.
but like years ago, like maybe I can bet my life it was more than 5 years ago. He was like, Top Gun 2 is coming. I swear. And I didn't have the heart to tell him like that. That's a
Dude,
fake trailer.
wait, this is
They
another example on you being a better person than me because my mom
yeah,
just finished
but
watching Inventing Anna. This woman is following at fake at Anna Delvey on Instagram. It's a fan account. It's a fan account, and she's commenting on the photos.
oh
And
my god.
I I am not Emily, so I was literally like, "Mom, I hope you know that this is a fan account." And she's like,
No,
"Wait,
but
what?"
like that's easier to like let your mom know. Like my dad was so excited and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna tell him anything. But I can say now that my dad manifested this movie with all his heart. Like he
You
would
don't.
tell me every year, like Top Gun 2 is coming, and I was like, dude, no.
Did he love it?
They actually announced it last year. I was like, face, clown emoji, me.
Wait, did he love it?
Yeah, I mean, they went to watch it like the day after it came out because what my dad was leaving for a fishing trip. I don't know. I
Mhm.
wanted to go watch it with them because I
Uh-huh.
knew the face on my dad was gonna be
Yeah,
priceless.
I
But
I
they,
get that.
they went before I did. And we also like I was gonna go with Peter. He hadn't watched the first one, so we also had to watch. I already watched the first one
But
years ago.
honestly, the first one has no plot. The first one is like just vibes. It's
That's
literally just vibes.
Peter told me like last Friday we were watching it. So the movie ends, and he's like, "Okay, great movie, but what happened?" And I was like,
Okay, so I would like to compare the first Top Gun to. Oh my god, my cat's trapped inside my room. Gaby! Meow!
"Gabi."
Rescue mission.
Resolution. But
Okay,
yeah,
so I
so
was saying that.
yeah, so like we finished the movie, and Peter's like, "Okay, awesome, but what happened?" And I was like, what do you mean what happened? Because I never thought about this. I just watched the movie and sang Take My Breath Away for like
It's
five
such a
times
good
five
song.
times because they just like the only song they use.
The only song in the fucking movie is
We
Take My
love
Breath Away.
and Highway to the Dangerous. I mean, no complaints here. Awesome.
Bangers.
Bangers. So Peter was like, what happened? I was like, what do you mean what happened? He's like, nothing happened. I'm like, what do you mean nothing happened? He's like, what was the plot? I was like, they go to Top Gun. And he's like, but yeah. And why did Tom Cruise just go on one mission and retire? And I was like, okay, I don't know how to answer this. So I
Like,
kind
I
of,
don't.
it was very eye opening. Like, okay, this movie does not have a plot.
No, and if you look up the
Literally,
reviews,
no
the
context.
audience loved it, but the
You know,
critics were like, "What the fuck is this?"
I read a tweet about like, Vietnam was a total failure for
Hmm.
the US. So like I don't remember the stats. I'll
Yeah,
maybe put the tweet here when I find it. I don't know if I liked it. If I didn't, sorry. But and don't quote me on this. This is just I'm not good with numbers. So I'm just gonna spit
we
numbers.
really are not good with numbers.
Not good with
It's
numbers.
really funny.
I can read I can read the number 1,000 and I'm gonna say 100 million. Like zeros
Same
mean nothing to me.
every time. Also,
So
you're thinking in Spanish, so it's hard.
So I read a tweet that like Vietnam did the army dirty. Nobody wanted to like, enroll, whatever. I don't remember correctly. Maybe I'm making this up, but I think that one of the many reasons they did originally Top Gun was to like promote the army or the navy or
Honestly, that fully tracks.
yeah. And then like back in the 80s when the movie premiered, they set up like inscription
In the
outside
movie,
outside of the movie theaters, and like the enrolling went up like 500%, like
yeah,
ridiculous. Like the impact this movie had on people and on men.
people,
They were like testosterone.
and
Like,
it's so gay. It's the
and
gayest movie ever
they,
made.
like the way they appealed to people is that they made everything look so sexy.
Yeah, it's a fucking commercial. The entire movie's a commercial. It's
Like the,
really
the,
funny.
the Navy, I bet my ass it doesn't look like that.
Oh no way, absolutely not. And like, okay, I need to tell you this. I have a conspiracy that Top Gun is it has the same energy as the Kissing Booth one because it's the only Kissing Booth I've seen, and not even because the Kissing Booth has kind of a plot, but the entire movie.
I mean, Kissing Booth, number one cringiest shit I've ever seen in my
Okay,
life.
same. But like it's just like a montage the entire movie.
But it has a plot.
But do you see what I mean though? Like the entire movie, it's just like a montage of like random dates.
That's I just watched it once and I
I
cringed
watched
so
it
much.
once,
I had
and
to.
yeah, same.
I think I had to pause it so many times. I talked about this in a previous episode that when I cringe, I need to pause. But when you now that you're saying it, yeah, it kind of was just montage.
Nothing happened in the entire movie. Oh my
I
god,
mean,
my lungs
she
are
gets in a
hurting.
fight with her best friend. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's and Tom Cruise's friend dies randomly and leaves Meg Ryan as a single mom to raise Miles Teller, which is like
So,
honestly
like
tragic.
when we were watching the first one on Friday, you know,
Hmm.
at the time before, how do I say it? Let me sorry, I'm thinking in Spanish. The previous time I had watched Top Gun, it's been many years,
Years.
so I didn't remember like the build up to when Goose dies. So when we watch it on Friday, I know it was gonna happen, right? It
Yeah.
happened, whatever, and then I'm discussing the movie with Peter. Oh no, my ring light. And then I kind of tell Peter, like, it was so random that he died. Like, there was
He
absolutely,
dies for no reason.
I mean, makes sense that he crashed with the la
Yeah.
like the el techito, the
A,
little roof.
a
Yes,
cockpit, I think it's the name. We
it's
don't know anything about
like it makes
airplane.
sense that he probably broke his nuca,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, yes, checks out. But at the same time, like, it was a practice flight. There was like no momentum. Like, he just dies.
Wait, did Tom Cruise ever go on an actual flight on the OG Top Gun?
Yeah, remember that he graduates and then they send him to fight the MiGs, which were the, I assume, Russian planes because they always blame Russia. I'm not
Dude,
defending Russia,
okay, I think it's
not
really funny.
not defending Russia, but it's always Russia.
We talked about this on the Stranger Things episode. It's really funny how Americans are like the Russians. Those are the ones to blame.
Not the Germans who literally had the
What?
Holocaust.
Not the Germans. Not
Just
us. No way. Not us. Even
ojo,
though
ojo, not defending Putin or whatever how you pronounce
nobody's
it.
defending Putin in this bitch.
But like,
He's canceled.
but like What about the rest of Russia? That's not whatever. That's
I
a
wonder if Russians think it's funny.
they they probably think it is.
I have no clue because like there's things. Okay, I literally heard like watched a TikTok yesterday of one of my favorite New York like housewives, Ramona, calling reggae Brazilian type music, and I spat my water because I couldn't stop laughing.
That's the
Like I was like, this is so funny.
reggae is the furthest from Brazil. That
I was like, girly pop, no, very far.
no far,
And she
but
was
yeah.
so
So
confident.
like I was saying, yes, Tom Cruise did go on a flight. He was remember that he was the wingman of Iceman.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
And
and that's
then
why they're buddies now.
something happens. Tom Cruise saves the day, and that's when Iceman's like, "You can be my wingman," and Tom Cruise like, "No, you're gonna be my wingman," and they become besties.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
But then
then
after
Iceman
that,
eats shit.
but then after that, they tell him like, "Okay, you can choose whatever you want to do next," and he's like, "Top Gun," and that's when he addresses it in the new movie, like, "Oh, I lasted 3 months." And like something I asked my dad on Friday. I hadn't watched
Mhm.
the second movie, sorry. I'm like, why did Tom Cruise just go on one mission and then basically retired by going to Top Gun and teach? And my dad, I mean, he didn't answer me fully, but he was basically saying, like, Maverick has always been such a rebel that, like, he never wanted to do shit the right way. So then and he kind of it's not that he spoiled it to me, but he was like, Iceman gets to like the highest ranking because he always did stuff by the book.
Yeah,
And then I kind of understood that the second movie because you know John Hamm was younger than Maverick, but he was above Maverick, so that was kind of like
yeah.
weird, like
I
you
don't.
have
Is
to
he
you
though?
have to respond to
Like,
someone younger than you. But then I kind of understood, like, okay, Tom Cruise has all the
yeah,
premium.
he never rose up because he didn't
But
want to.
no, and they never let him rose up because okay, he always saved the day, but in a very unusual way. So
He's
like
a liability.
they give him the medals, like okay, you saved the day, but we cannot promote you because you're a fucking you're
Psychopath.
yeah. So I mean,
And then
and
you
I
have the audacity to come at Miles Teller for being a psychopath too. Like, yo,
yeah,
insane. Okay, something that has nothing to do with like the plot, I guess, but I really appreciate it on this Top Gun, not the original one. Is my hobby as a tall female is knowing everybody's height. Do you know this about me that I Google everybody's height? Have
you
we talked about
always
this?
mention people's heights.
Yeah,
That's the
like
last thing I look for.
it's because you're like 5'7", 5'6".
I'm five
Um,
three.
you're 5'3".
Yeah,
Why are you short? Like your legs are long. That makes no sense.
because my torso
Okay,
is short.
that's crazy. That's okay. You finessed. Good.
If I me enderezo, I'm 5'4", but I say I'm 5'3" because
Not me thinking you were
we're
five
we're
six.
never straight.
Yeah. No, I'm 5'10". That is Nicole Kidman height. Uh, Mr. Tom Cruise is 5'7". I was Tom Cruise height by age 13. Um, so I like think about that constantly. And in the first movie, like every other Tom Cruise movie, they're doing the fucking most to make you think that Tom Cruise is as tall as a love interest. But if you pay attention, you can tell by her arms that she's way taller.
Yeah,
But anyway, on this one though, they let him be short.
we love it. I
And
mean,
I was like, yes, he's
five
fucking Tom
seven is
Cruise.
5'7" is not short. It's average,
5'7" is fucking short. But listen, it's Tom Cruise. You are Tom Cruise. You can be 5'2". Like,
dude.
you're fine.
The fact that he's 60.
It's nuts to me. Have you seen the press interviews? Like, Miles Teller is literally like, with Tom Cruise the entire fucking interview. Like
Like
it's
I was,
insane,
I was
which
thinking,
I love. I love.
like I was thinking yesterday, like okay, J Lo, she's 50, Queen, she looks like
Mhm.
that, but J Lo, I can bet she has not had the alterations that a Kardashian maybe has, but
Oh,
like,
but so has Tom Cruise. I watched an
well, Tom
entire YouTube
Cruise has
video.
only had those in his face. Those abs,
Those are his. Those are
insane.
his.
Having that body at 60,
Illegal.
like J Lo, yes, I bet she works out every day, but I'm sure that butt,
I don't. I think her butt is hers actually. Like
but,
I would.
it's maintained by millions of dollars. Like
I know that it's insured,
it is,
which is iconic.
but like Tom Cruise, yes, he has done shit to his face, but he looks like him but older. He doesn't look like a different person. J Lo, you can like she doesn't look like Jenny from the block. Sorry.
I will. I am not co-signing this, Jenny. If you see this, I disagree wholeheartedly. You are my everything. I love
I
you.
love her. I love her, but she looks more refined. I mean,
I I love. I think you're fucking tripping. I love her. She's always looked
I'm
great
not
to me.
saying I don't love her. I love Jenny. I love J Lo. I love her, but she has had things done
Okay.
to look.
Side note: I do understand Latinos that don't claim J Lo. I'm
I
like,
love
bitch,
her.
what are you trying to prove? And they're like, she can't sing, and I'm like, and
Dude, on the floor, my jam.
banger, like
I
neither can
love
Pitbull, bitch, and we
the,
love him.
I can say on the floor is like one of my favorites. On the
Honestly,
floor.
such a good song. Such a fucking good song. She has so many songs that are incredible. And uh, to our American, Asian, other people, not Latinos, watching and listening, I will have you know that every single Hispanic person you've talked to has seen that Super Bowl show with J
Oh,
Lo and Shakira at least 4 times. Like every time I'm having a bad day, I'm like, it's time for Shakira and J Lo.
dude, no Super Bowl will
No,
ever top that. And
no.
I'm sorry, I know there has been lineups such as Michael Jackson,
The
Beyonce.
last one was really good, but that show
No, but it's you
sent
cannot
me.
compare. Like you cannot. It's I don't have words,
You know why it's so great? It's because they're both shining on equal amounts. Nobody's like
dude.
outshine.
I
I
truly
love
believe.
them.
I kind of believe my conspiracy theory is that we kind of got the pandemic because the Super Bowl that year was the best thing that could have happened to us in the entire year.
And then Jesus was like, "It's too good for them." So
Yeah, we kind of like we ran out of good things with that Super Bowl because it was so fucking good that God or whoever's up there was like, nope, sorry, you ran out of good stuff. Pandemic.
gotta humble you.
Yep, it was too
Question.
good.
I know you. I'm like technically like a year older than you, I think, but like I think you might be a better adult. Do you think I should go like put my laundry in the dryer now, or can it wait? Would stink, guys. I have a conspiracy that Audrey, my cat, peed on my laundry, and I can't prove it because it's not wet and it's not wet and it doesn't smell strongly. But I had doubts, and Emily and I decided that doubts were enough.
Yes, when it's cat's pee, doubts are
Dude,
enough.
that shit is. That's why it was so weird because it didn't like. Okay, Wanda, it wasn't
It's,
insane. Like every cat pee ever is always like you can smell it from 3 miles away. But this one, I couldn't. So I think she probably like peed in her little basket and then she like dried her little like cat pussy
maybe she
on my.
sprayed.
What is that?
Sprains like when they go like
Why?
imagine
Why
this
would
is
you
a
do that?
butthole. They go like to mark territory.
Why? To
Mark
mark territory on my laundry, bitch. And
my
for what?
cats, the ones that go outside, they mark territory like around, and it pisses everyone off because we have neighbors that have cats, and they in the past came inside my house, so my cat
Mm,
started pss, pss, here and there. Yeah,
okay. So I'm gonna. Do I have? Oh God. Okay, Wanda.
So I'm not the best adult to tell you and go change it because confession time, I was the worst with laundry in college,
So
and I
do I? But like, you went to FSU, so that means you had dorms and like actual like
no, I
student
never
housing and
slept
shit.
on in a dorm because I
But you had like
transferred.
student housing. So like it had. Did you have laundry
But
inside your house?
yeah, I never lived in a dorm because I freshman year I did it here, and
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I
I remember. Me
transferred,
too. I was there too. That's where we met.
yeah, I had my laundry in my house,
No, I
and
don't. My
sometimes,
laundry's downstairs and it's so fucking. It's 125 to wash.
oh my
I
god,
know. Que pelotas. It makes me so angry.
yikes! No,
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move this shit. You're gonna cut here and then re-edit it, and because
I
I'm
can
stressing the fuck
pause.
out.
I can pause, and I don't have to edit anything.
Is this funny? Should we talk about laundry?
Okay, I'm gonna
Pause it.
pause. One, two. We are back.
Okay, we're back. Uh,
So
laundry's on the dryer now.
I don't remember where we left off, but I think we were not
We were
talking.
talking about Tom Cruise being 60, and then we talked about J Lo, and then I got really triggered.
I love J Lo. I'm just saying. And wait, I fully recognize that it's easier for men to stay in shape. They have faster metabolisms. They are less
That
hormonal.
shit's just not fair.
Like I fully understand that. So maybe it's easier for Tom Cruise to look like he does versus a 60-year-old woman. I fully understand our disadvantage, but it's still fucking impressive.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna be problematic right now. Are you ready?
Yes.
Um, feminism has left the chat right now. I read that women, the men don't age better than women. They're just allowed to age. That's the biggest crock of shit I've heard in my life.
The
Men
biggest what?
age that men are not. I'm gonna say this again. Men don't age better than women. They're just allowed to age. And I'm like, no, that is factually incorrect. Like, I wish you were right, but you're not. Like, somebody's knocking on the door. What the fuck is going on today?
Okay, you were saying that
Yeah, my neighbor got me cookies, you guys. I'm sorry. I had to open the door. She's really sweet.
cute.
Um, I was saying that it's just factually not true that women and men age the same. It's not like men are just lucky. That's something else they have. Like, I hate
Okay,
it, but it's true.
do have to agree a little bit with the statement because what I do believe the statement means is that we have held women, or at least the patriarchy and society has held women to a certain standard that they cannot have gray hair, they cannot have wrinkles, botox and shit. But men, when they have dad bods and they have gray hair,
Okay, the idea of a dad bod is so funny to me.
yeah,
Like,
and we're like silver foxes, love a daddy, dilf, whatever. But when a woman starts to age, they're like, oh, she let herself go. I kind of agree with that in society's perspective. I don't agree with that. I feel women age beautifully.
um, what I think is really funny is movies. Like when they, I don't know if you watched you don't watch horror movies, so no way you've seen this, but you should. Peter should watch it. What's the Sebastian Stan horror movie? I'm gonna look it up right. I saw it recently, and it was like if again, it felt like somebody hijacked my brain.
Ari Aster.
Maybe I'm just like no. Maybe I'm just like not original, and I don't have original thoughts or ideas, and I keep thinking people have.
I feel no one's original.
Fresh. The name of the movie is Fresh, and it's
Um,
the couple in the movie is Sebastian Stan and
yeah,
Daisy Edgar Jones.
I know which one, but they told me it's
It's
really gory.
it's fantastic. 10 out of 10. No notes. But listen, I'm watching this movie, right? And I'm like, oh, they look cute together. And then like I go to sleep and I can't sleep, and the only thing I do after watching a movie is think about it obsessively
Mhm.
for 2 to 3 hours. Like that's my go-to. That's why I block out weekends. Like when Stranger Things came out, I literally called my mom and I was like, "Do not expect to hear from me. Um, Dustin needs me.
Yes.
Like I can't." Anyway, I was like, "Wait, isn't he like he's 20 years older than her?" And I was like, "They look so cute together. Oh, they should date. Oh."
That's what happens. Like we talked about this also in another
Yeah.
episode about like Jurassic Park back in the day. The guy was like 40 and Laura
Laura,
Dern
Laura Dern was 22.
and Laura Dern was like 18 or something and the guy was like 40 and we're like, "Oh, so cute."
That's wild as it's wild as. Okay, does it make you uncomfy though? Like, 'cause, like I,
I don't know.
it
Maybe
makes me
some make
uncomfy. Like, no, what I mean is like when you're watching a movie, when you're like attracted to like a 50-year-old, does it make you uncomfortable?
well, yesterday I felt attracted by Tom Cruise.
And were you uncomfy? No. It's like okay, maybe I'm unable to be like actually attracted to Tom Cruise.
But
I'm
he
just
was
like
but okay, so he does not look like an average 60-year-old. That's the thing. He looks
no,
like a
yes,
3-year-old, which
but
which
like
is
I'm
fine
so aware of Tom Cruise
because
being Tom Cruise.
like Andrew I think Andrew Garfield is like 40.
Mm-mm. He's like mid 30s.
Yeah, I saw
I've
this.
seen him.
I saw
He
him.
winked at me. I told you that story.
Andrew Garfield is 38. That's almost 40. So,
He's so
like
cute.
Tom Cruise looks like late 40s.
Wait, not Andrew Garfield making out with Maya Hawke on Main's the Gia Coppola movie, and she's our age too. Honestly, I would have done the same. Good for you, Maya.
But like
But like,
I feel it depends on the way you look because there are 30-year-old people that look fucking 60 and that's fucking uncomfy. That's people that don't take care of themselves.
I think that more than that is how aware I am of your age.
That,
Like I've never been aware of Andrew Garfield's age. Like I'm just not.
because
Um
I feel
I
we're
Tom
all stuck.
Cruise.
We're all stuck with his image and like Spider-Man and he was young
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
were teenage. Like in our head they
And
don't.
Facebook. He did great on Facebook. I'm just thinking like, okay, like watching Top Gun, I was like, oh my god, Tom Cruise is so handsome. But I was never like, I would marry Tom Cruise. I could every single time I watch a movie or a TV show, you will fucking catch me being like, I mean, I could date him. I mean, I could. Like
Yeah.
in my head, like my hobby was like I had this conspiracy theory that I could pull Army Hammer. Like I was sure. And now he's a cannibal, so maybe not. I thought about that constantly. Like whenever I was having a bad day, I was like, bitch, but you could pull Army Hammer. I promise. I just know. Whatever. Watching Top Gun, Tom Cruise, I was like, he's handsome, but like it's Tom Cruise. I'm really aware of his age. But I remember when I was watching was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and then there's Brad Pitt with that yellow t-shirt. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Like I will be Mrs. Pitt. Like and I felt so fucking uncomfortable. And I it was so uncomfortable for me.
You know,
That I didn't like it.
I feel we've seen Brad Pitt a lot
Age.
more. Like
Yeah.
I think we've seen him constantly in movies and as he's been aging. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel Tom Cruise disappeared for a while. You know, the
I mean,
only
I don't know if he disappeared, but we are really fucking acutely aware of how he did Katie Holmes dirty and about like his oh my god, I don't know if I want to ruin him for you and how he's in the fucking Scientology
yeah, so the only
Illuminati.
thing I knew about him, I mean, I told Peter yesterday, I've never watched Mission Impossible.
What? Okay, Mission Impossible slaps. Like Mission
No,
Impossible
I
actually
know,
slaps.
I know, but like I was an only child for 7 years. I'm a
Oh
girl,
shit.
of course. So just think about it.
So you've seen every Barbie movie
When
and
those
no
movies
Mission
came
Impossible.
out, when those movies came out, why would they take me to those movies? Like my brother, we're 7 years apart. So anyway, even when he was like, um, I don't know, movie going
10.
age, Mission Impossible was already out. So like, I don't know if
Yeah, he was
that
10 when
makes.
you were 17. That's wild.
Am I explaining myself?
Yeah. Fully,
So
I get it.
So like they never took me to those movies, not because they're bad, not because I don't like them, but because why would they? Why would my parents take me by myself? Or if I had a friend over or a sleepover,
Mhm.
why would we go watch that movie? It's not targeted
Yeah.
for girls. That's something you go watch like as a family, maybe if you have brothers, older brothers, but I didn't. So I never
I
watched
mean, I
them.
get that.
I never
My
bought
mom.
them. Maybe I'll watch them now because Tom Cruise. But like yeah, so for me, I knew his existence in Top Gun. I watched Top Gun for the first time not that long ago, like maybe 5 years ago.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
so
No, that's, yeah.
the only thing I've heard about him throughout the years was Scientology. I was like,
Okay.
okay, the dude's a crackhead, but so are
I,
all the artists. Like, all the celebrities,
have
they're
you seen
weird.
Jerry Maguire? You would
You
like
know,
Jerry
like my
Maguire.
my boss
Yeah.
tells me every day, like, you need to watch it because
Oh my
talks about
God, Jerry
like
Maguire is
he
so
talks
funny.
about get me the money or something they say in the movie, and I'm like, I gotta watch
Show
it.
me the money.
Show me the money.
It's show me the money.
She quotes that like every day.
Oh my God, I love Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, it's on my
Um,
list. It's on. I'm gonna do my homework, but yeah, Tom
it
Cruise.
has iconic lines.
I feel now that he like reappears with this movie, we kind of forgot that he aged because he looks fantastic. It's not
It's
like
kind of
Brad Pitt.
insane.
Not
But
like
I
Brad
do think
Pitt,
about this constantly. Like, I know this is a fact. Like,
but
whoever's like Tom Cruise's housekeeper or whatever, like, those are like Scientology slaves. Isn't that insane?
I don't. I'm gonna sound ignorant, but I don't understand Scientology. I've never
Oh
looked.
my God, Scientology is so fucking complicated. I can't even explain right now. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. It's too
No,
much.
I,
I
I
get too heated.
I don't care. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you do
I
you. Like,
care
I mean,
so much.
if they have people they're like enslaved, I don't support that. But you do you. Like, if you want to
Dude,
follow that shit,
when I lived in Pasadena, I would run by a Scientology church every day. And it really triggered me that they never tried to like recruit me. They never fucking gave me a pamphlet. Nobody ever tried. And I was like, why though? Like, am I ugly? Like, what's up? Because like they always get all these like pretty actors to like be
I
part
don't,
of the church, right? And then
I
I
don't
was
know.
talking to my friends about it. And
Maybe
they go
that's
like,
like look at the guy. Maybe that's the secret.
no,
Science.
listen. Honestly, maybe. And I was like, guys, to my American friends, like, guys, why the fuck are they not recruiting me? And shout out to my friend Tess, who, like, I think she was like wearing headphones or something, and she goes, Gabby, you look so fucking Catholic. And I was like, I'm not sure if that's a diss, but it felt like a diss.
You kind of do like you look Catholic.
I know. And then I didn't know that back then, but I was telling my roommate Lena this story, and she was like, yeah, for sure. You look like you were in the choir. And I was like, I was not in the choir. I can't sing. But if I could sing, I would have been in the
Oh,
choir.
girl, yes. But so yeah, insane how
Wait, I need to talk about John Hamm on this movie.
the
Because
way
I
I
love.
was so sad he was not funny the entire movie.
Okay, but like, did you ever watch Mad Men?
No.
Okay, no, so that's why this is so funny to me. I love John Hamm. Like, John Hamm to me is the most handsome man alive. And for some reason, like, they really made him not look handsome in this movie. Like, they really fucking tried. I don't know if you noticed. Like, he's like the skinniest one, and like he's trying to look like a hard ass the entire time. But I'm like, I know your daddy, sir. I've seen all of your shit. No, so this is the short spark notes on my boy John Hamm. He wanted to be a comedic actor, but have you seen that clip of him on a dating show? Oh my God, Emily.
You should send me this shit before like
Okay, no, I watch it when I need serotonin.
okay.
It's insane. Anyway, he wanted to be a comedic actor, but nobody took him seriously because he was way too handsome.
Okay.
I don't know, like he's on 30 Rock too for like 8 episodes. Have
Uh-huh.
you seen it? Did you see him there?
No.
No. Okay. Well, in 30 Rock, he plays a doctor. He keeps like killing his patients, and nobody will take his like doctorate away because he's too handsome, and they just like let him pass. He's just like fucking like Doctor Death, but it's John Hamm. Anyway, on Mad Men, it's like a dramatic role, and he's like
Yeah.
playing Don Draper for like 10 years, and that's where he got his like prestige. But like, it's so funny. This bitch really wanted to be like a comedian.
But I've seen movies.
No, yeah, occasionally he'll do comedy,
He
but
has his funny moments. Like he's kind of sarcastic, and
oh, he's so funny. Like if you see him on interviews, he's a funny guy.
I know
Also, he has a gigantic penis. It's really funny too.
I know I've seen him in
Have
movies.
you have you ever Googled John Hamm's Little Ham?
No, why would I?
Oh, I need you to Google that right now because I want to see your face. It's really funny.
Okay, John Hamm's.
John Hamm's Little Ham. Google it. We'll also be putting photos here because it's comedic.
As an image. Oh my god.
What? Isn't it insane? Like that's heavy, sir. What? I know, I know. I remember when that article came out. It was a BuzzFeed article, and it must have been like 2012 or something.
Doesn't he use underwear?
I don't know. I don't know if he does, but it's the funniest shit ever. Cause like, whenever I see people that have like gigantic boobs or like a clearly gigantic penis, I'm like, is that heavy? Like, are you in pain?
But yeah,
Like, isn't
uh,
that crazy?
that was some.
That was the craziest shit of all time. Incredible. We love you, John Hamm.
We love you.
Do you think when I was watching this movie, I was wondering if like, because like I know they all worked out really fucking hard to like get their bodies for this movie, but nobody gives a shit. Everybody only cares about Miles Teller. Do you think Glenn Powell is triggered?
I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. I don't.
I
I
don't care.
don't remember. Like I don't remember him in the beach scene.
He's right there. He looks, and it's so sad because he looks great, but
I
like
only remember Miles and Tom.
Miles Teller.
And
Yeah, it's but like do you agree with me? Like, it's surprising that he got that part. Like, not really because he looks just like Goose. Like, it's a great casting, but I was not expecting this level of like internet thirst for Miles Teller. Like, that's always been my thing.
that was a good move from their part.
Good, great move, and because the way that I am, and I fucking love revenge. I am living because I'm gonna tell you something about Miles Teller. Miles Teller's dream role was Elvis, and you know who's playing Elvis?
Austin.
Austin Butler. I don't claim Austin Butler. I don't. He's slimy. I don't know. I can tell he's slimy. He's not changing his voice. Why is he still talking like Elvis? Why is he? Have you heard him in interviews currently? He's pretending that this is his voice. Like we didn't watch him on Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. Like, bitch, we know how you sound. Like, why are you lying?
And yesterday I looked up his filmography, and I was like, Peter was like, "Yeah, he's always been on like Disney shit." I was like, "Not
He's
quite."
never
But
been
then
able to be
looked it
relevant.
up. We looked it up, and he was in something that like
Carrie Diaries.
well, but Carrie Darius was like really, really it got shut down, right?
It got shut down
Well,
really quick.
he was on. He's been in Jonas, lol, Wizards of Waverly Place. He's been on Soy 101, iCarly, Hannah Montana. He's been on Rick and Josh, on Fabulous,
See, he's
Net,
literally
Netflix
the
Certified School Survival Guide.
no. And okay, so out of all those credits, insane, right? Like he's been in our face forever and nobody gives a fucking shit. Like imagine having all those opportunities and like trying to be relevant for so long and nobody gives a shit. Then he fucking snatches Vanessa Hudgens and then rides off her tail for fucking years and then he dumps her when he gets Elvis. Oh! And I don't fucking claim Vanessa, but that was fucking messy.
That
And okay,
messy.
so yeah, this is part A of the situation. Miles Teller loses out to his dream role. He loses out to fucking Austin Butler, out of all people, right? And then I'm pissed off as a Miles Teller stan and a big Elvis fanatic. Because I know a lot about Elvis. Fun fact about me. I'm pissed off, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm like, good things will come to Miles Teller. And guess what? Now the fucking Elvis movie, Baz Luhrmann's Elvis, which is like huge. They're like, oh, this is gonna be the movie of the summer. This is gonna be the movie of the summer. And they're doing the fucking most to like push fucking Austin Butler on your face, and then you fucking go on TikTok, and it's just Miles Teller going
Everywhere. My
everywhere.
TikTok,
Nobody gives a fuck about
my
Austin
TikTok right
Butler.
now, my TikTok right now is Steve Harrington edits and Miles Teller.
Same, same. And I always have stand-up comedy, but like same. And it's so funny to me because I was like, yeah, Austin Butler, this was your moment,
I
but it's
don't think
not. It's
I don't
Miles Teller's moment now.
I don't think they're gonna thirst. Is that how you say it? Thirst
Yeah,
over Austin as they're thirsting over Miles.
no way, no way on earth. And like I thirst for OG Elvis when he was like not obese and about to die. Do you know that Elvis died pooping? Um,
Died pooping?
he had a heart attack while pooping.
What does that mean?
No, he was 42. He died at age
I know,
42.
but like,
Like it's crazy. I know. Like it would be me too though. But like we don't have that diet. He ate
no,
12,000 calories a day.
probably cocaine and shit. So
Those immediate is how many? 12,000? Right? Yeah, 12,000.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what the amount of calories he ate. Whatever. But I am just living for Miles Teller stealing Austin Butler's spotlight when he did Vanessa dirty. And I know for a fact Vanessa's living too. But Baby V, if you listen, I'm rooting for you, girl. I'm rooting for you.
yeah.
And yeah, pop off and keep dressing slutty. You show him. I'm really enjoying that.
She's so fucking pretty. We love her.
She is. I don't love her, but I like. You know when you like. There's people you don't like, but you want them to do well.
Yeah,
That's her for me.
yeah.
I'm like I do not want her to like
I mean, I kind of take back
flop. Please about
her
don't
love.
flop.
I kind of take back that I love her because I just remembered her live at the beginning of the pandemic.
Oh my god, that was so embarrassing. That was okay, but like remember Annalyn McCord's the 90210 girl when she was like, Puting, if I was your mother.
Dude, but like,
She
do you
really thought that was
remember?
poetry.
Do you remember in the pandemic that a bunch of artists sang was the
We are the world.
song?
Oh my god. That
And
was
then like
amazing.
when Batman came out, I remember saw a tweet like, "Oh, the fact that Zoe Kravitz was in the video, but we just collectively forgot because we love her and we blame it all on Gal Gadot."
Dude, I don't know why. I mean, I do. It's probably because she has like ties to like the army and stuff. But people hate Gail Gadot. It's really funny to
Because she
me.
was the first one in the video to sing "Bitch."
It was also her idea. You can tell it was her idea because she's the first one.
Yeah, I forgot Zoe Kravitz was in the video, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give her a pass because you just did Catwoman and you.
I don't. She slayed as Catwoman, but I must say I didn't care for that Batman.
I loved the movie. Like,
I enjoyed it, but like
no, yeah,
I was
definitely,
missing Hans
definitely.
Zimmerman. The music wasn't that great.
Well, I kind
Um,
of read a fun fact that like the guy who wrote the script,
mhm.
I mean, he knew that Pattinson was gonna do the role, whatever, and like he kind of got inspired from actual Robert Pattinson. Like, he kind of hates his fame. He always
Yeah,
knows what he's doing.
he's weird as
So,
fuck. Yeah,
and he was also like like the guy who was writing was listening to Kurt Cobain. So he kind of meshed like Kurt Cobain and like actual Robert Pattinson into this like version of
see, I
Batman.
hate that shit. I am
I found that
over the
interesting. I was like,
sad boy era. I don't know if I ever had one.
no, me neither. But like, I kind
Like
of found, I did find it interesting because like he designed this Batman as like this, like emo boy
yeah,
that
emo
like
Batman.
this what's his name, Bruce Wayne, this kind of Bruce Wayne who hates like his fame. So I was like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
I found
I
it,
did love Paul Dano as a Riddler though. I
dude.
love I love Paul
I
Dano.
was
I think he's highly fucking underrated.
dude like he was scary as fuck, and he had
Do
no
you?
like he looked like a nerd, and I was terrified.
He's fantastic. Like everything he does, I'm like king
I
shit. And
mean, I love the movie. Like, I saw the Christian Bale ones like maybe 3 years
I
ago.
loved,
You know,
like I lived for
those
those.
those are like the favorite movies of everyone. And I
Okay, so that's literally every like film school boy. I shit you not. Like, what's the movie that made you wanted to go to film
yeah,
school? Everybody fucking says The Dark Knight.
Diana, she studied digital media
Yeah.
production, and digital media production, not filmmaking, but that's her favorite movie, the one with Heath Ledger. Also,
See, what's funny is that I genuinely think that the best one is the first one, Batman Begins.
well,
Not,
Peter,
but it's an unpopular
like Peter has like
take.
5 favorite movies, but one of those is the Heath Ledger ones, or maybe the trilogy. But like I saw
Trilogy.
trilogy.
English teacher.
So,
Trilogy.
I
Bilingue.
right now I'm thinking in Spanish. Trilogía, whatever.
Trilogía, ajá.
So I saw them back to back, maybe 2019. I was really late to the train. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're really good, but
I mean, I'm
I
just
don't have.
sad you missed out.
But I feel I don't have that emotional attachment. I don't know. They're super fun.
Yeah, no, of course, because you didn't watch them in the movie theaters. Like,
And,
watching that shit in the movie theater
like,
was insane.
and of course following them, right?
Yeah,
But like Heath Ledger, I mean, bow down,
king.
guy killed. But I also like, because I'm not attached to the other movies, I didn't compare this new movie to that.
Yeah.
So
I
I
knew
was,
going in that it was going to be impossible for me to not compare
yeah,
them.
but like
'Cause,
I
like,
had no comments about the Robert Pattinson one. I had a great time. I loved it. I love riddles. Like I hate riddles because but I love that plot. Like, have you seen a one like called? I think it's called The Bone Collector with Angelina Jolie. It's like a '90s movie
okay,
with
that sounds
Denzel.
amazing.
I think it's with Denzel. The Bone Collector. Yes, you should. It's a 1999. Please watch that movie with Queen
I'll
Latifah.
watch it.
It's
Oh my god, I love Queen
Denzel,
Latifah.
Angelina Jolie, Queen Latifah, and
I love Queen
about
Latifah.
it's about like a serial killer that also leaves
Yes, yes.
like
Don't tell me anything else.
dude,
Love moving,
dude,
watching
I
movies
saw that
like
movie. It was
cold turkey.
randomly on TV like during the pandemic. My mom caught it, and she was like,
Uh
"Dude,
huh.
let's watch this." I was like, "Okay," and I was like, "Bitch." And when I saw Batman, I was like, "Love it." I loved it. I had so much fun. I was like, "Oh my god, you gotta catch the Riddler!" Love it. But okay, so we're at that 1 hour mark, and I have to leave because I have
Yeah,
to.
we're supposed to pick a boyfriend, dude.
Yes.
And I'm having trouble right now because I'm thinking that I don't know if I should be rational or true to myself.
Are you gonna go for your love to the actor, or are you gonna like
Yeah,
commit, or are you gonna fully commit to the character?
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking because I don't hate Rooster as a character, but like I don't love
Clearly,
him
he has to
either.
let go of his grudges.
Yeah, like he's so fucking like
He has
ugh, like can
to
you not?
he has to understand where Maverick is coming from, dude. Like the
For
gift
sure.
I have.
Like it's okay, that is some man shit right there. Because like that would never happen to girls. Girls would be like, oh, I bet he pushed me back because he's scared that I'm gonna get hurt like my dad, because that was his best friend. Like I would think about that immediately.
And like, of course, Maverick still blames himself. Like, I know they ruled it in the first movie that it was like fault of the
Yeah.
airplane, But how is he not gonna blame himself? You know?
Obviously. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be strategic here, and I'm gonna go with Glenn Powell, the blonde guy. Let
Hangman,
me argue. What?
Hangman.
Hangman, yes, Hangman. And I'm gonna argue my point by saying that he's a provider. He will take care of you, and he knows when he fucks up,
Okay.
which I appreciate. He came back and he fixed it. He's the Neville
Okay.
Longbottom of the situation. He Neville Longbottomed it. He went at the end and
Okay.
he got the
I'm gonna
5 points for Gryffindor.
go with Iceman.
No, you're not. He
Yes, Val
died.
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer?
Okay, but the first
Really?
movie.
Are you joking?
Okay,
Are
think
you
about.
actually picking Val Kilmer?
Okay, okay. Val Kilmer. The first movie, he's like Hangman. He's all proud. He's like blah blah blah. But then, and he also comes around, character development a little bit. And then in the second movie, we learn that the guy freaking rose to like the biggest, highest title. So provider, like I'm gonna have a good life. Did you look at the house? Sort of like
Okay, yeah, he had a great house. I'll give
and
you
like
that.
just
We're Emily. Are you
and
Sophie
yeah,
Whitehouse?
sadly he
Are you
died.
Sophie Whitehousing?
What?
You're Sophie
Uh, uh,
Whitehousing.
was he cheating on
You're
his wife? You don't know that. And like character development, he stood out for Maverick all these
Did
years.
you see the
If it
teeth?
wasn't,
Nobody with teeth like
yes, the teeth are horrible. But I'm gonna go strategic here. This guy, loyal as fuck, to Maverick. Okay, Maverick would be in the
this is
streets if it
true.
wasn't for Val Kilmer. Like every
This is
time
true.
Maverick fucked up,
Maverick,
Iceman was
Maverick
no,
was
my boy. And then
so.
who got the job for Maverick? Iceman. John Hamm wanted
This
to
is true.
kick Maverick out. Val Kilmer was like, "That's my man.
This is
This
true.
is the only way this
Okay,
mission is gonna be successful." Maverick. And then
I
the little
understand.
pep talk that he
Just
gives Maverick in the computer, the way he was able to
beautiful
like fully give a therapy session through written words in a computer.
king shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's it for sure. I
Like
understand that.
the
You
character
okay?
development of this,
Yep
like
yep.
yes, those teeth, ew. But the emotional like maturity of this man, he won
I'm
me
also
over.
shocked. Not that I didn't pick Miles Teller, but that I didn't pick John Hamm. But like John Hamm on
But
this
John
movie,
was era un terco, like no part.
right?
He was like,
He looks like he's not gonna let me have pancakes for dinner.
yeah,
And I'm like,
like,
I am
and
40. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And
I mean,
shut up.
I would have chosen Tom Cruise, but like,
It's
we've
no too
seen that
risky, dude.
too risky. The guy, always like never thinks. I don't want a guy that never
No, that'd be
thinks. What the
so stressful. That'd be so fucking stressful. Like
and like, yeah, definitely the looks he gives to his female
Jennifer
counterpart,
Connelly, Jennifer
and
Connelly, she's
and
so
even
pretty
and even in the first movie, the blonde one, like those looks he gives them, he has my
Ugh,
heart.
for
But
sure.
that's like in the moment. Then he gets called off to wherever, and he doesn't stay with me. So fuck
For
you.
sure. Yeah, no, that's yeah, no.
And Val Kilmer did everything by the book, and
And he stayed alive.
he stayed alive. He now is like captain, lieutenant, king, top. I don't know what the fuck he is. But did you see his funeral? That guy has
Fans
rank. Like,
and ran. Yeah, rank.
dude,
He was up there.
the guy,
Okay, but
the
Hangman is Iceman 2.0. So we kind of picked the same person again.
yeah, they kind of play the same character. They play like Hangman does play the Iceman role of like the
Yeah,
rival,
the
and
rival.
at the end they kind of like they recreate the picture. If you saw,
Oh, I want to watch this movie again. I want to go to the movie theater to watch it again.
So good. But yeah, so that was Top Gun.
That was Top Gun. This is us. Follow us on the
Highway
socials.
to the danger.
Okay, before we go, do you think Lady Gaga slightly triggered that like her song's not the trending one and it's the old one?
Like my TikTok is Kate Bush. Just Kate
Oh,
Bush
same.
after Kate Bush. And I'm not mad.
Dude,
I'm
I
not.
love Kate Bush. Crazy story, my mom didn't know Kate Bush.
This is the first time I've heard of her.
No, but like same, but like we're 12. She should know.
Okay, but like the way I listen to this song all
Oh my
day.
god. Same. Same. My iTunes and my fucking Spotify right now. It's running up a
That's
hill, Top Gun song. Running up a
like
hill, Top Gun song.
that, that's the power of Stranger Things. They just like took this song out of the grave because this song clearly was nowhere.
Dude,
And like
imagine being the lawyer, the fucking like PR person, whoever picked up the phone. Why are we talking? This is why we are the way we are. We're talking about Stranger Things in the Top Gun episode.
well,
Anyway,
because we're still obsessed.
we love Stranger Things.
Okay,
And we will be making another one when the next episodes come out because we will have to.
let
But
the
this has been today.
let the countdown begin.
Countdown, losing my mind. Follow us. And subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, you're honestly being a bitch. Like,
Yeah,
subscribe,
it's
like,
really
share it.
it's free.
Like,
Subscribe.
it's literally free, and you would be doing us such a solid.
Yeah, just like don't be a bitch.
Like, literally. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.